Let's jump right into it, man. This has got to be one of the worst political losses I've seen in a long time. Or we have seen, maybe. I don't know. Tiffany Henyard, aka Super Mayor, is now a super loser. The super loser of Dalton. She just got absolutely destroyed in the Democratic primary. We're talking about an 88-12 landslide loss. I mean, that's not just losing. That's getting dragged through the electoral mud. Fair use. Let's take a look.
Dalton residents are ready for a change. Tiffany Henyard has been voted out of the mayor's office.
Joni joins us now with details on this major defeat for Tiffany Henyard. Joni, good morning.
Good morning. Dalton voters, they handed Mayor Tiffany Henyard the defeat and victory to the challenger, Jason House, who will move on to the general election. House won 88% of the vote in what was a bigger turnout than the last election 4 years ago. Now, Mayor Tiffany Henyard yesterday predicted a landslide, but it went the other way. She has been under investigation by the FBI. The Board of Trustees hired Lori Lightfoot to look into the village's finances. Yet Henyard kept her confidence when she visited the polls. Jason House promised more transparency in Dalton and said that the results represent a new future for the village. But Henyard said, don't count her out.
If you don't win, what are you going to do?
I might run for something bigger. You never know. We're not going to talk about that till we get the results, but I am confident that I will have a landslide this evening. My residents do love me despite fake news not showing the good that I do in the community, because I do a ton of good. But y'all just painted me as bad news for 4 years.
We faced 4 years of intimidation, 4 years of failure, and tonight is the new day for the community as a whole.
Speak with her by phone. She said she accepts the election results. She said, the people have spoken and God must have a different plan for me. It was a far cry from the tone that she struck earlier in the day when she insisted that she would win in spectacular fashion.
Hey, y'all.
Hello.
Hey, Tiffany.
How y'all doing?
Tiffany Henyard defiant on this decision day in Dalton. Is there anything in hindsight that you would have done differently over these last 4 years?
Yeah, I would have told on the trustees sooner.
The trustees she refers to are her former allies. 4 years ago, they ran as a slate with Henyard promising transparency and accountability. Instead,
Mayor, we've left you voicemail messages. We had to go to the Illinois Attorney General's office to get you to turn over documents.
residents got a self-proclaimed super mayor who spent tax dollars on travel, self-promotion, and a questionable cancer charity. All of it exposed by WGN Investigates, and now the subject of an ongoing FBI.
His entire slate defeated Mayor Tiffany Henyard, and tonight, as they celebrate, they're also promising transparency and accountability. Senior trustee Jason House, now the Democratic nominee for mayor of Dalton, unseating his one-time ally, Tiffany Henyard.
We faced 4 years of intimidation, 4 years of failure, and tonight is the new day for the community of Dalton.
Years of infighting between the mayor and her board of trustees over Henyard's lack of transparency on spending spilled over into explosive public meetings, putting Dalton under the microscope of 2 outside investigations. One of them.
House will now move on to the general election in April. Let's get right to our Regina Waldrop. She is live in Dalton tonight with reaction. Regina.
Allison, Stephan, we're monitoring this situation going on in here right now. It is a celebration happening, but a short time ago, some type of fight did break out right here that we are monitoring on a day that many say is a pivotal one for this community. They are escorting someone out we see here, but we do want to tell you that so many people told me they believe this is a new day for Dalton.
It's a new day for Dalton, RJ.
They fought again.
Yeah, probably people who got drunk after winning. You know, getting drunk off the victory.
Yeah.
You know, when people get
man.
drunk, when the uncles get drunk, you know what always happens? I can do this better than you, you sucker.
Hey man, it's not like a graceful defeat at all, right? So to get absolutely demolished, 88-12, it's a disgrace, but it also speaks to the emotions and the feelings and the opinion of the people of Dalton. Tiffany is saying that the fake news is responsible for spreading untruths, spreading lies. But is it the news, Tiffany? Hey guys, let us know if it's the news. Also, if you haven't done so already, remember to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification icon, and share the video with your friends, family, and enemies. Check us out on our other socials as well. Thank you for your support. We've been getting a lot of reaction, KaiR, a lot of feedback as well about this particular story. It's a story that we've been covering for a long time, and a lot of people have a lot to say. Some people agree, some people disagree. I want everyone, every single one of you who came, who went to our comment section and defended Tiffany and said that everyone else was lying, said that we were basically telling lies. I just want you to look at yourself in the mirror and realize that you are part of the 12% that lost. What we were saying here, we're also we didn't vote. We can't vote in Dalton either, but that's neither here nor there. But we're part of the winners. We consider ourselves winners because we've been saying it all along. So I'm not the one that's saying it, but the polls are saying that you're losers. In any case, KaiR, what's next, man? What else do you have to say? Because to me, yeah, of course now this is just like a small. It's a small. At least it's one step of the story, one part of the story that we're gonna cover. But there's also an ongoing investigation.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that later on, a little bit later. But let's go back. Let's go back in time. Tiffany has been mayor of Dalton since 2021, and she came in as the strong super mayor, bold, confident leader who was gonna make a change. But over time, that superhero turned into a raggedy hero. She's been into scandals, FBI investigation, which we're going to talk about a bit later, physical fights, shutting down businesses because they didn't donate to her campaign, calling people fake news, calling out people for not supporting a black mayor, even though everyone there was black. I mean, it's been crazy. It's been a crazy last 2 years of her of her time as a mayor. But I'm gonna take a look back at a beautiful poll right here. This is what we got.
Let me check.
This is what we got. This is the poll. This is the. There are 16,500 voters, registered voters in the village of Dalton. They had a turnout of 27%. 4,000 people, 4.5 almost, came to the ballots to cast their votes. At the end, 537 people voted for her. 537. Almost 4,000 people voted for Jason. Even though Jason cannot dance, he's very bad. He's very bad at giving high fives because he's missing high fives as well. You got to work on that Kendrick choreography.
He tried to combine. He tried to combine the not like us dance That's basically viral, still going viral at the moment. And the one with
but Drake won. But Drake won.
Drake won, yeah. But he's trying to combine that dance and the one, I don't know if you saw the dude that was the voice of Mufasa.
Oh yeah. Wasn't that the light skinned guy
Pierre,
with the green eyes?
Pierre.
Yeah, Pierre. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
the
he was
new
trying to do the high five, but he was missing that too, man.
Pierre something. Yeah, he's the new black guy on the block. Pierre something. I can't remember his name. But
I
let
think
us know
Pierre
in
is
the
his
comments
last
what
name,
his
right?
name. I don't know what his name is. I only saw
Aaron Pierre is his name.
Aaron Pierre. Yes, I only saw.
Pierre. That's Mufasa.
Yeah.
But he was hitting the high five. So
Yeah, at least he was reaching them. But that was 537 votes in total. Just to give you an idea, in 2021, these were the polls back then.
ballots cast 29,000.
So I think that's for the whole precinct. So it's not specifically for Dalton, because it doesn't make sense if you look at the percentages that are on the right side. But there were 1,000 votes for her back then. So they have the votes, and there were far more people showing up for this time, because as you can see, if you count this amount, we put everything together, it's almost the whole. It's everything that even less than Jason got. So it was a major defeat. She got destroyed. That's the only way you can put it. That's the only way. And right now, Dalton is happy about this. Let's take a look. Fair use.
Their hopes for the village.
A shift in leadership now in Dalton's future. We met up with 3 longtime residents to talk about the challenges the community has faced and how it can move forward. Dan Lee has lived in the village 30 plus years.
We need to get all professionals into these department heads rather than cronies. That's where you have to start. You got to change the structure of the permits. You got to change the structure of the permit and licenses situation.
Valeria Stubbs is focused on public safety, the workings of board meetings, and attracting new businesses. She's a former trustee who's called Dalton home for 24 years.
I hope they vet a new police chief and make Dalton safe. Hopefully we will get other government agencies to help us fund our community and clean it up.
40 years, that's how long Robert Pearson has lived here.
I want to see the community return to a clean community where we have law-abiding citizens. There's ordinances in place that should govern our community. And if you follow those ordinances, this would be a beautiful place. I'd love to see the restaurants come back. Sibley was full of restaurants.
And having Village Hall completely open again, another thing residents told us they would like to see. Right now, it's just restricted to this small entryway, which only has a few seats.
It's so unfair that you go into the little 4x6 space and you have a trillion other people in there and you trying to discuss your business.
Voters with different ideas and focuses, all aimed at making their community better.
So we're talking here about basically bringing back businesses. That's going to be one of the key things that Jason will have to focus on. I think it's clear that Tiffany didn't do a lot. And whatever she did, she was trying to strong arm that restaurant. I don't know if you remember, she got the contempt of court, indirect contempt of court, I think, when she didn't sign the liquor license. She was basically trying to strong arm that restaurant to move out. So because they put up a brand new building, she was trying to strong arm them, get them to foreclosure, and then so maybe she can move in. with her allegedly boyfriend. That's what I've heard on the streets. But then she got to sign it. But this is the thing. She hasn't developed the neighbor or the village. It was a mess. It's only spending of money. And of course, I mean, hey, people, she's been talking about being popular, fake news, but the polls don't lie. Votes don't lie. Ajay.
At least she respects him. That's what she said. She said she at least respects the outcome. She accepts it as well. She would now have to go run for president, apparently, because she said if it doesn't work, she'll go bigger
offices.
I mean,
Hey,
you
if
can
you
go for
lose,
you
hey,
can go
if you
for the
lose,
governor.
if you lose small, you can also lose bigger. You can lose big.
Well, I disagree. You can't lose bigger. You probably won't even be allowed to compete in order to lose bigger. Because you need to have the chance to compete first. And there are other more prominent people, more qualified people to assume the positions. Now,
You're right.
we are talking about Illinois.
Totally no, yeah.
So Illinois also has its challenges. You also have that one in Chicago, right? Chicago also has like what's his name, mayor something,
Mayor Ford. Oh, they called him something else in these.
Yeah.
In these meetings. I'm not gonna call him what they call him. We know who it is. Let me get his name right, because otherwise I don't want to disrespect. I
Mayor
don't want to
Johnson,
disrespect the
right?
man. I don't
Mayor
want to
Brandon
disrespect
Johnson. Yo, are you saying they're calling him Mayor for ...
I didn't say anything. What are you saying? I didn't say anything. But what are you doing? What are you doing? You're trying to get me hemmed up over here.
No, just to be clear. So because
before you know it, ICE will be at my doorstep because I'm saying crazy stuff.
no, I'm saying you said you read it somewhere that instead of saying Johnson,
Oh, I didn't
'cause you
read
can
it.
make...
It was they recorded it.
Yes.
So there were people. So there are these meetings where people can go and complain about certain.
Yes, the town hall.
They were going ham on him. And I'm talking about black people. It's not white people going ham. Black people going at their own mayors.
I've seen a couple of them, of those sessions, pointing at them, just say I can say whatever I want as long as I don't threaten. I can say whatever I want, and they've been saying. So.
Look at this guy.
We
This is it.
KR,
We're talking about.
KR,
We're talking about this guy.
We might see Jedediah there next.
We're gonna talk about Jedediah later this meeting during the comment of the week, because people are going in on us. I guess we're the mentally unstable ones. Anyway.
Yeah. By the way, you're still. I just want to recall, if you're defending Tiffany Henyard, you're part of the 12%. So you're a loser. Just wanted to reiterate that part. Anyway, continue.
Hard times. You're one of the 530. Was it 37? 537. Can't even fill the amount of views we have these days. Yo, RJ, it's crazy. What the times have been changing.
KR.
Let's hope.
KR. We have more subs than that. We have
on both channels. On both channels.
Oh yeah, we have more subs on both channels. Yeah.
Hey, if we count both channels together, we have almost tripled the amount.
Yeah.
Well, it's not almost. We have tripled the amount.
We have more than 3 times.
More than triple, yeah, but at least triple is easy to.
Yeah, but each channel on itself has more. So if everyone on our channel voted, she would have gotten more percentage.
Hey, oh shit, we could have become mayor of Dalton. Yo,
KaiR, did we F up her chances?
Oh
Or,
my God.
I mean,
Maybe,
if
who knows? Who knows? Maybe we convinced a couple of people, man. It's crazy. They'll be like, if these guys are talking, I'm not gonna use the word they usually
yeah, I was
describe
just
us.
about
in.
to say, yeah.
If these guys are talking about it, we need to sink this ship. These guys are fresh off the boat. ICE is looking for them. We might have to vote this woman, this nice lady out.
Yeah.
No, but all jokes aside, man. All jokes aside, she was talking greasy that afternoon, man. Sorry, not that. The afternoon. Was it the morning? Anyway, let's take a look. Fair use.
Is indeed talking to Mayor Tiffany Henyard in Dalton. Let's see if we can check in on that conversation
about getting
live.
ready to go in here and just, yeah, what you want to do this time around.
Confidence.
I'm excited. I can't wait till the results come in this evening. I'm going to come in by a landslide, and when I do, the people will speak.
What's something that you want to say to those who are coming out to support you or those who aren't coming out to support you today?
I want them to get the facts. Cut through all the nonsense and you know what I call it, fake news. I think people should do their research before they judge. I've always given back to my community. I always done what's right for my community. And I think today the people will stand with their mayor, Tiffany Henyard. So I'm excited to just wait till the finale this evening. And I'll say that, yeah. So,
did you vote yet? Or
no, not yet.
You didn't vote early?
No.
So are you getting ready?
Yes, I am. No, this is not my polling place, but yeah.
Tiffany Henyard is the political Jim Cramer. Do you know who Jim Cramer is, RJ?
Yeah, I know him through you. He's an economist, right? Or a pseudo economist.
He's a
content creator.
He's a that's the best way to describe him. Yes, he creates content. He usually predicts how stocks will develop. And there is a meme out there. Shout out to him, by the way. Great guy, by the way. Anyway, there is a meme out there where basically he says everything he says just do the opposite and you will win big.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah.
So Miss Tiffany said she's gonna win by a landslide. Guess what? It was Jason who won by a landslide.
Yeah.
Just stopping by to be able to check things out.
Talking to everybody. That's all.
What's your mood? What's the mood like this morning so far as you've just been going around the village of Dalton?
My mood is I'm starving the bud. I'm feeding the people. That's what I'm doing. So that's my mood today. So I'm excited just to.
That's the song she made, by the way. She's saying she's starving the board and feeding the people. That was the promotional song she dropped right before the elections. Let's continue.
Be out here amongst the people, and I want to talk to them.
Do you feel like this challenge was a serious challenge to your administration?
Of course, because it's been all negative news, nothing positive. I do a ton of positive things in the community. So yeah, it's real challenging. But this too shall pass, and when it does, I want to unify my community. That's what I want to see moving forward.
Not sure if you've had a chance to talk about this, forgive me if you have, but anything you have to say about the recent investigation that former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot put out, and really, you know, some people are speaking just about the lack of transparency and moving forward. They say they want a little bit more.
Well, we did that. If you want to go to Tiffany Henyard or Truth Speaks on YouTube, you'll see the receipts, the real receipts. And that's what I want y'all to showcase when y'all going live. Some receipts that you can take to the bank. So you'll see that the trustees been stealing money. You'll see all the things that I provided. But just because I didn't say nothing as it relates to give the actual receipt, don't mean that I didn't give it to the proper authorities. Because sometimes the residents have to understand, let the investigations be the investigations.
She implied there wasn't cooperation, that she couldn't get that kind of paperwork.
Y'all need to take her back. You want to come get her? Because I think y'all, as they say, political theater.
How do you intend to unite your community when there's been so much drama?
Well, I'm going to unite my community when I get rid of this board. And that's going to unite my community. They said clean house. They damn right. We're going to clean house today. Starting with the board of trustees. That's every last one of them, including the clerk.
And how does that happen?
That happens by the residents coming out to vote today.
And your ally is going up against you for mayor. How does that make you feel?
Well, I see no competition. So when I come in with a landslide this evening, I'm gonna be so great. Y'all can all come to the after party and we can talk about it.
Where's the after party?
It's gonna be right here in the village of Dalton. It's right off of Greenwood Falls. So I'll text everybody the address. I want to get that live. Everybody popping up. No, I don't pop up people.
Okay.
Have you been campaigning in the last couple of days? Have you been out?
I campaign every day.
And I know.
Anything you want to say before we continue?
It's I can't believe she's the mayor, man. I just can't believe she's the mayor.
It's amazing. Sometimes people get lucky twice. And then the curse starts.
But she's talking like, I mean, it's one thing to talk a certain way, you know. Some people are just more rough than others, quote unquote, keeping it real. It's up to you. That's not the issue for me, but the level of she was telling people that they have to do their own their own research. If you do your own research, you'll find that she's been traveling without having like legitimate reasons, living a bit lavish with the community's money without being able to what's the word I'm looking for?
Accountability.
Without being able to justify
yeah.
why she had to make all those expenses. There's an ongoing investigation. I mean, what else? So what do people what do you consider research, Miss Tiffany? Are you saying that people should just tune into your podcast and your IG to hear what you say? Is that research? Come on. But unfortunately, KaiR, 537 people. And I'll say, let's take out 10 because those are probably family members. So 527 people.
Make it 37.
500
people.
Yeah, let's take out the corrupt people that were using her bidding. So let's say 500 people were still convinced. Now we know that she ran a great campaign for like the elderly.
Yep.
The question is, how many of them made it to the polls? Some of them may not have even made it in life. They might have passed away prior to.
Are you
the
saying?
voting
Are
day.
you alleging? Are you alleging maybe certain? Are you alleging some of these people who voted are also part of the 53 million that didn't vote for Biden?
I was never nothing that I said could have made you.
Oh, okay. I'm asking. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you're trying to build a link between us.
No, that's not what I'm
forgetful
doing.
president and by that forgets things by accident, and a mayor who forgets things on purpose. I don't know. Maybe there's a link there.
That's not what I'm doing at all.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Making sure. I don't know.
I'm
I have
just-
to ask
so
you. You're trying to build towards something. Maybe you're building a nuclear situation. Can't use the word, but anyway, anything else you want to say before I
that's
switch up to the final part? Because hey, guess what, RJ?
What?
Feds are coming.
Well, there is new evidence the FBI isn't allowing Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard's dramatic defeat at the ballot box from slowing their corruption investigation.
WGN Investigates has obtained copies of new subpoenas that show the investigation is widening. Ben Bradley has more.
We've obtained a copy of the subpoena, which is dated Election Day and was hand-delivered by FBI agents to Dalton village officials late Thursday. It targets a development in Dalton that we've previously reported on.
I'm happy to announce that these two Black African-American business owners, y'all give it up for them. Business owners. Yeah. Tiffany and Patrick. They're about to put up an upscale, sit-down food restaurant.
Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard appeared to back the development, attending a groundbreaking in 2023. But when the 5-story restaurant and entertainment venue was built, its owner says Henyard tried to tank the project.
She has destroyed lives because she's not doing her job.
Tiffany Kamara told WGN Investigates Henyard's boyfriend previously owned the land and she thinks regretted selling it once he saw the building complete and the project's potential. What do you think the delays were all about?
They wanted to take over the building.
It took a lawsuit and a judge's order to get the Henyard administration to finally issue a needed liquor license in January. Now, 9 months after the FBI first served wide-ranging subpoenas on both South suburban governments Henyard runs, FBI agents went back to Village Hall. Their newest subpoena focuses solely on the restaurant and entertainment venue development. It demands inspection, code enforcement, and licensing records, and specifically seeks communication between Village of Dalton personnel, including Henyard's boyfriend, Kamal Woods.
I want some positive press for a change. You guys have told me up for 4 years because
They are setting her up. You see how that setup works? They give her bad, and then they show her talking about positive news.
Hey, KaiR, let me just say this. Tiffany needs to be happy that it's the FBI that's doing the investigation and the meddling. Because if it's the CIA, let's just say they have a different method.
Hey, cash is coming for her.
Yeah.
you guys help with that. And that's why my town is all this activity going on now.
Hours before 88% of Dalton voters rejected her, the defiant mayor blamed everyone but herself for her political problems.
My residents do love me despite fake news not showing the good that I do in the community, because I do a ton of good. But y'all just painted me as bad news for 4 years.
We shouldn't have to sue the village to renew our license or to get a license. That should never happen in any village.
It nearly bankrupted you.
And yes, it has. It really has. And we're still here. We're trying to make it happen. But yes, it really has.
Henyard has not been charged with wrongdoing. Her attorney did not respond to a request for comment on this new subpoena. Neither did her boyfriend's attorney. But he previously told me that claims against his client are a result of the heated political environment in Dalton. Ben Bradley, WG.
Ain't looking good, RJ.
It ain't.
It ain't looking good.
And then you just see a switch up, right? So she goes. It was clear that in the first video you showed, she was holding the phone and she was basically doing like a selfie, celebrating the fact that two Black business owners are building a restaurant. And then just because there's like a disagreement, maybe on personal level, he then decides to not issue a liquor license, hampering them from making money. And KaiR, in the first video that you showed, or at least one of the first videos that you showed, they talked about businesses coming back, and that's a good thing. Restaurants, etc.
They hope. They hope.
Yeah, they hope. Yeah.
businesses are coming back.
But what I'm saying is, hey, you need businesses in a community.
Yeah.
Usually people talk crap about business owners, because when you're talking about the business owner, they talk good because it's an entrepreneur. He's an entrepreneur. She's an entrepreneur. But when they refer to that same, so when they talk to the business owner in his or her role as an employer, it's always like bad, right? Employers are bad. Employees are good. You need business owners. You need businesses in the community if you want to have a strong community. Because business owners and businesses generate income, creates job opportunities for people so they can feed themselves based on the profits, based on the sales, based on the salaries paid out. Taxes are usually
Taxes go up,
owed
yeah.
to the government, which which can be a local government or the international government, but that's basically the main source of income for a government to put back in the community in sectors like education, in sectors like health and other social projects. So you need businesses. And if you have a mayor that's strong arming businesses because she has a big ego,
like
then
she's the
you're
mafia.
then you're but the mafia knew how to do business at least.
They're cut off anyway.
Yeah. So it's, to me, it's good that at least the problem is gone, but now let's hope that businesses do come back and that people
That's the big
also
question.
get the trust in the government, because at least in the Dalton township, because they have clearly lost it under the current mayor.
Okay, guys, we want to hear from you. We need you to weigh in on this major loss by Tiffany Henyard. Did Tiffany deserve this massive loss? I think so. But hey, you get what you get what you campaign for. She's been campaigning against herself for the last 3 to 4 years. So it is what it is. Do you think this is just small town politics, or is this a bigger issue with leadership all across America? Do we have to, we as in the YouTube community, focus more on all these smaller villages where people are doing crazy stuff? Are there more villages with these crazy mayors that think it's their little kingdom? Let us know in the comments. And last but not least, do you think that the FBI will be coming in sweep the mayor up with all her friends and put them all in the prison? Let us know in the comments, and we'll be picking one of the best ones to feature in one of our future videos. Let us know what you think, RJ.
Yes, guys. Also remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our other socials, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification icon as well. The channel is growing. We're developing, and we're also seeing more and more responses to the topics we discuss, which means that we are clearly talking about things that you're interested in. If you guys think that there are other things that we should talk about or cover, please do not hesitate to let us know as well. Also, guys, as KaiR said, just wanted to reiterate, commenting with us gets you a chance to get an honorable mention in a future show. So because we can still go through all the comments, and the best comment will get a mention. If you have a hot take, do not hesitate to let us know. KaiR.
Hey man, second topic of today. For those who don't know, sometimes we always look back at people we've covered in the past, and one person who's been in and out of our, let's say, the rotation we discuss is Andrew Tate and his brother Tristan. Top G has returned to the US. Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate just landed in Florida after being stuck in Romania for over a year, facing charges of human trafficking, money laundering, and also a bunch of other stuff. Now they're alleged victims of furious. Legal experts are sounding the alarm, and even Florida's governor is maybe distancing himself from them. Fair use.
There you go. There you go.
Fair use.
Listen. We live in a democratic society where it's innocent until proven guilty, and I think my brother and I are largely misunderstood. There's a lot of opinions about us, a lot of things that go around about us on the internet. We've yet to be convicted of any crime in our lives ever. We have no criminal record anywhere on the planet ever. Our case was dismissed on the 19th of December in Romania under the Biden administration. And our prosecutor recently decided, because we have no active indictment in court, to let us go and return. This is a democratic society. It's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, as my brother and I are. And I think it's extremely important that we stop allowing media spin, wrap-up smears, lies, or carefully constructed narratives from George Soros-funded operations trying to destroy the reputations of good people who have no intention to do anything other than follow the law.
Why are you in Florida? Why did Donald Trump help get you in trouble again, Lindsay? Did Donald Trump help?
We have no involvement in that. I read about it through the media. Clearly, the federal government has jurisdiction, whether they want to rebuff his entry into the United States. And I have confidence that whether it's Pam Bondi or Kristi Noem, that they will be looking at that. I do know our Attorney General, James Uthmeyer, is looking at what state hooks and jurisdiction we may have to be able to deal with this. But the reality is no, Florida is not a place where you're welcome with that type of conduct in the air. And I don't know how it came to this. We were not involved. We were not notified. I found out through the media that this was something that was happening. Okay, guys.
So what's going on over here? RJ.
Well, I don't know what's going on. I think there's a high probability that there's a very high probability that the current administration had a role in it directly or indirectly. I do think that we need to we tend to blow up things usually, saying, hey, you know, it's the government, and yeah, we don't know. That's the whole thing. What we know is the what's the governor's name? I forgot his name. DeSantis, yeah. So Ron DeSantis was saying, I didn't know. That's all he said. He said, I wasn't involved. It was the federal government that was involved.
Me know nothing. Me know nothing. You should have said it. That's how you should have said it. Florida, that's how you communicate. That's how everyone understands. Me know nothing.
Yeah, especially in Florida. But guys, before we proceed, of course, let us know if you think that the government had something to do with it. Do you think that President Trump's administration had something to do with it? Also, remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our other socials. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification icon as well. But yeah, let us know what you think about this story. Remember, the best comment will get an honorable mention in a future show during the comment of the week section. But yeah, as just to finish what I was saying, KaiR, I think we need to go by the facts. What do we know? We know that charges were dropped in Romania. We know that when he was in Romania, he was held there. They both of them, so both Tristan and Andrew were held there on serious convictions. It's no jokes. The convictions were very serious. We also know that there wasn't enough evidence, so they let them go. Then they like, I think they were out like on a couple of months, started going online, maybe recording some things. They were
some
back in
traction.
jail. They were back in jail. Then they were out again, and now the case has been dismissed. So that's what we know. There are some questionable videos of questionable behaviors out there.
We've covered a couple of them in the past.
Both of them, I think. But hey, as an attorney, I have to go by, I have to go by what the law states. You might have, I'm not saying that they did it or that they didn't do it. I'm saying that you cannot say someone is guilty without that person having been convicted as such, because even when someone unalives a person, that person might be found not guilty because it was self-defense, for example. Or for example, if there's war, and because then other rules apply. So we need to be I mean, a lot of people can't distinguish those two from each other, right? So you did it or not in real life, but is it punishable, and have you actually been convicted? So that's what I have to say about this for now. But proceed, please.
Let's get a quick refresher. So Tristan Tate and Andrew Tate, self-proclaimed top Gs, were arrested back in Romania somewhere in December 2022. They were accused of human trafficking, forced entry, and also running a organized crime group. They denied everything, calling it a global conspiracy, saying that the Matrix was out to get them. And since then, they've spent 3 months in jail, then months under house arrest. Then they got arrested again. They were banned from leaving Romania for a while everything dragged on. And I think we covered it in December last year. Their case was dismissed. Some of the things that were seized were brought back. And now they went on a private jet to Florida, landed there thanks to allegedly Trump's team stepping in. One thing you want to say, RJ, and you have to look at this from both sides, right? People are saying allegedly Trump's team has stepped in. You got to look at it on both sides, both ends of the spectrum. You cannot say it has to balance out. So if Trump's team, because that's his conspiracy theory, right? If Trump's team was able to step in and let Romania, let's say, loosen these restrictions a little bit, that could also mean that another government could have done the same, the opposite way. That's something people never think about. They always say, okay, Trump did this, Trump did that. But what about the fact that maybe if Trump was able to do this on this side of the coin, it could mean that it also happened the other side, if it's true. Which means that some governments might have been pushing for him to get locked up, even though there is not enough evidence, or maybe trumped up evidence. Because let's be honest, if the prosecutor drops the case because there was not enough evidence, which seems to have happened in December, it means that, hey, you're not going anywhere. But they still were under house arrest. They still were, even though there was no case. What does that mean? What does that say about maybe someone else meddling into this whole situation? RJ.
If you're talking about meddling, KaiR, remember that a certain president with allegedly Alzheimer's pardoned his whole family. So governments, people, there's always intervention. Now, I also want to say something about Romania. Very beautiful.
Preemptively pardoning as well,
Yes.
for someone.
Yes.
He has done nothing, but you preemptively pardon him for whatever he
Just
did.
in case they
Just
did
in
something.
case. Ouch.
Just in case.
Ouch.
So just in case they did something. So it's it's crazy to me how even if there was involvement, we need to be, we tend, like, when people we don't like do certain things, we get mad. When people we like do certain things, we're like, yeah. Like, they're the same. Remember, KaiR, the same. There was this woman, a journalist. This clip went viral as well. When Trump pardoned, she said,
Oh, yeah, I saw
how
that
is
one,
this
yeah.
possible? When Biden pardoned, she said, it's understandable. What can you expect? Can you expect something else? I mean, it's
RJ tells you a lot about the whole thing about the pardoning stuff, right? Because or we're deviating a little bit because it's just between there's something between politics and also the Tate brothers. Well, this is why we're deviating a little bit. But the fact that someone has to pardon his whole family after his stint, and Trump didn't pardon his family after his first stint. He didn't. What about that? He didn't need to.
Yes, and not only that, KR, not only that, the pardoning, but after there was the laptop with the son, Biden's
Yes.
laptop. Then there were on Biden's certain voice messages. He was basically saying that his father, or at least you could insinuate that his father was also involved. So it was a
With
mess.
the Ukrainian
So to
stuff.
get back in this case to Tate, the Tate brothers, if there were involvements in the case, hey, at the end of the day, I don't know if they are at least they have American citizenships.
I think they do. Their father was an American.
Yeah,
Mom is
so
British. So
yeah, so if they do, I mean, if they're Americans,
hey, I'm
then
gonna go super tinfoil hat.
okay.
KB, put a tinfoil hat on my head right now.
Yeah.
Virtual one. What if Trump is gonna utilize them to be part of who their father was, which is an agent?
Is that confirmed?
He said it himself. His dad was part of the agency.
Yeah.
Is this?
That would be crazy.
Are they reeling him in to be part of the agency, and maybe influence people in long term?
That would be
Hey,
crazy.
who knows, man? Super tinfoil hat right here.
Yeah.
It's just when you were talking, it just came up. There's not like I sit here and think about this stuff before the show. It just comes up while we talk to each other. It just sparks. But anyway, guys, Trump's involvement. According to reports, Trump's team personally called Romania to push for the Tate's travel ban to be lifted. A special envoy, Richard Grano, had private meetings with Romanian officials, and boom, suddenly the Tate brothers were allowed to fly again. So what happens next? Romania hasn't dropped the case yet, fully dropped the case yet. They expect Tates to return in March for the legal obligations. If they skip court, they could be forced to face more charges. UK is also under pressure to extradite them for the past allegations, even though they didn't happen in UK. So there's the big question. Did the Tate brothers just escape justice, or this is just the beginning of another battle, RJ?
That we'll have to see. I don't think that they have. To be honest, Kia, I think that if they had something, they would have.
He would have been locked up already.
They would have locked him up. Now we do know that the feds like to take their time.
I don't know about
They like
Romanian
to
feds.
keep that conviction rate up. so it's like, Mr. Director, we have a 70% chance that the case will win. Okay, what do we need to do to push it up to 97? Well, we'll need to wait 7 more years and see where he does groceries. Then let's do that. So
in the meanwhile, he gets popped.
yeah, but I don't think that they have anything on him, to be honest. Again, not to say that he is guilty or that he's not guilty in real life. So not on the because in the eyes of the law, he's not guilty, at least not yet. But I think that if they had something, they would have went for him. Because remember, they went for him when he attacked the.
When he started leveling up, that's how you can say
Yeah.
it. When he started
When
getting
started-
popular,
Well, he did name a person in this last video. So when he goes ad hominem, not through the. Yeah.
hey, But that is true. And that person is also from a Eastern European country originally. So hey, maybe the links, who knows, you know some friends that know friends that know friends. But now, all jokes aside, the thing here is, of course, we've talked about Tate in the past, and one thing we've said is that, and we continue saying this, and like you said today, right? It's different when someone says something and it's morally not right versus actually doing crime, because the things he was saying are weirdo stuff sometimes in the past. We've broke down these videos where he was basically back then with his university, the whole scam stuff with
What's the
CoffeeZilla,
Mm,
and it looked crazy, to be honest. Let's be honest, it looked crazy. But at the end of
shady?
the
It's
day,
like shady, like
yeah,
shady.
shady, very shady. Yeah, it was like Slim Shady, all white.
Come on.
What? Anyway, guys, let us know in the comments what you think about this. Is Tate? Oh, RJ, do you know who's also in Florida?
Who?
PBD podcast. Will he
Yeah.
do
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wait, do you know also who's also in? Well, they're not as big anymore, but FNF, Fresh and Fit. So maybe
And
he'll
if they keep
he'll turn
doing what
out.
they're doing, and if they keep doing what they're doing, next year you'll say the same thing. They're not as big anymore.
Well, next year we'll be as big as them. Yeah. Anyway, guys, hey, it's crazy. Maybe he'll show up to a couple of podcasts, do a couple of shows. It would be interesting. It would make sense for him to maybe go to PBD podcast because we've done an interview already. So maybe he'll show up to that podcast and do another
PBD
one.
was the first one. PBD was the first one who interviewed him when he got out. So
yeah,
and and PBD was always stayed, kept supporting him.
Yep,
because he was saying that with saying that, hey, you don't have any proof. So hey.
It is what it is, guys. Let us know in the comments what you think. Do you think Trump should help the Tates? Let us know in the comments. Or will Andrew and Tristan actually face justice? Or are they now untouchable? Or did they already face justice? Is the Matrix actually turning around? Are they now part of the Matrix? Now the Matrix has freedom. Are they being swallowed up into the Matrix like Neo did at the end of what's the third the second movie? What's
Matrix
the name of it? Reloaded?
Revolution.
Is it Reloaded? Revolution, yeah. He got swallowed. No, it wasn't. It was at the end. Reloaded. When he got swallowed up by the Matrix. Is this him assembling, being part of the Matrix? Let us know in the comments what you think. Of course, we were picking one of the best comments to feature in one of our future videos. So make sure you share your hot take on the Tate brothers and Trump. RJ.
Yes, guys, as KaiR said, the best take will get a mention. So if you have a good comment or engagement comment, or you choose to crash out on this channel and we think, hey, we want to highlight it, feel free to do so. We'll select the best one. Also, guys, don't forget to rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our other socials, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification icon as well. We really appreciate your support. You've been growing with us. We have passed the 1,000 mark. Now the next goal would be to pass the 10,000 sub mark. So thank you for your support. If you have any suggestions, feedback as relate to how we can improve the show, as relate to comment, please let us know. And with that being said, let's keep the conversation going in the comments. KaiR, what's next?
Next one is the segment, as we always do. Your thoughts, comment of the week. In this week's comment of the week, we're going to highlight not one comment, but a bunch of comments. A couple of weeks ago, we covered the harassment of Jedediah Brown harassing, well, at least the video that Tiffany Henyard released showing that Jedediah Brown was harassing her mom and also herself. Um, and of course, we clipped that out. That was a hot part. Apparently, people liked it a lot, or people didn't like it. Some people didn't like it too. A lot of people didn't like it. Actually, a lot of people actually didn't like the fact that we just said it's not okay to harass people. That's how people lose their lives. And also, we pointed out that the guy had a couple of mental mishaps in the past. Well, he mentally wasn't stable. It's the only thing we said, and maybe you should be very wary if you're mentally unstable what you're doing. Am I wrong? That's what we said, right?
That's what we said. Yeah.
Okay. Making sure.
But
Apparently,
I heard a theory that I heard a theory that there are way more mentally unstable people in the world than we think, and I think a lot of them are in those comments that you're.
yeah, who knows? Who knows? So one of the, people said the following: we have speak your piece. Said no line was crossed. Y'all just late to the party. Do your research. Well, just because we've been covering this for a long time, so it's not we're late to the party. You're just late to our party. Welcome to the party. Speak your piece. It's our party. Let's go on. You guys have no clue what you're talking about. Just grifting. What are you talking about? Anyway, it sounds like you don't know enough about the situation. The thing is this, right? A lot of people always talk about, hey, stop the violence, stop the peace. No eye for an eye. Not eye for eye. This is eye for the eye kind of thing. That's the mentality right here. Just because I don't agree with what Tiffany said. I think we said it also during the show. It's not good what she did, but it doesn't justify the fact that he's out there with a bullhorn. Oh no, it wasn't. Bullhorn was at her own place. He went to her mom's house and talked to her mom about him being an opponent of her. What are we doing? People get in certain states, RJ. People get popped for that kind of things, and then they're gonna say it's not fair. You popped a guy that was a pillar to the community. He was a good guy.
But that's the thing, KR. It's they always think black or white. We disagree with Tiffany. That's everything we do, everything we say. But we need to look at every situation separately. Imagine, do you think any one of those people, KR, how do you think they would react if someone would just popped up at their mama's house late at night? And now
Not my mama.
Exactly. How many people crash out because you say they mamas?
Oh, they always crash out.
But now, so that's what we're saying. There are. You need to look at every situation separate.
Yeah.
But it's clear that people don't want that. People don't like that. They just want to think a certain way. And then, like I said, KR, they have a position. For example, they support the Eagles. So everything the Eagles do is good. Everything the Chiefs do is wrong. Or the other way around. That means that when their team does something, if their team, or someone on their team does a dirty play,
pass interference,
they're like, yeah, that's good to
PI.
show them. And when it happens to them, then it's wrong. If their QB gets 2 what, then it's bad.
Well, it's always bad.
But if they Tua the other team's quarterback, then it's good. And it's like, guys, let's try to be like a bit balanced here.
Reasonable. Be like humans. Well, it's not a, like you said. I think you hit the nail straight on the head. A lot of times people, I don't know if it's like a polarization of everything these days, and maybe it's because of politics. But everything is black or white. There is no like like you said, people are supporting at all times their team, and they're not, even if they do wrong, they'll keep supporting it. And that's what's wrong with the world. People ask themselves why certain philosophies are gaining ground with the youth. It's because of this type of philosophy that's out here, where the polarization, people say everything. For example, do you remember, RJ? I've shown you a video of a person who said, and you know who the person is. I'm not gonna name or I'm not gonna give him any shine. When the Chicago guy with the noose around his neck, they said it's a good thing he did it, because it's I don't care if it's fake or not. It brings awareness, and what are we talking about? A fake. So you would rather support a guy who's out here spreading fake news, and the people and when something goes wrong and people don't believe you, then you're gonna say it's racism. No, it's not racism. You support people who perpetuate fake news. What's his name again? Justice Smollett. You support him. You say the thing he did was great, even though he was lying. You support lying, my guy.
Yeah.
Crazy. But hey, guys, good luck to you, because obviously, as we always say at this show, all the luck is what you'll need.
Yeah.
Because life ain't working like that.
Yeah. And for all of you who, all of you commented, thanks for the comments as well. Good luck in life. Yeah.
Let's finish off this show with the usual around the internet. We always have like a segment where we discuss things we see on the internet, and I have a couple of them this week. RJ, let's start with Black Baby White Mama, or is it? It's a crazy title. Fair use.
That Christina Murray calls unimaginable and every IVF patient's worst nightmare.
This was never, ever a thought in my mind until it happened.
Murray is suing Low Country-based Coastal fertility specialists, claiming the clinic transferred her the wrong embryo. The 41-page lawsuit says when she gave birth in December 2023 after undergoing IVF at Coastal Fertility, the child was African American, while Murray and the sperm donor she picked were both white.
I would have strangers approach us in public and ask whose child I had. I kept his life as concealed as I could out of protection for him.
After a 5-month custody battle, Murray says she was forced to give the baby to his biological parents. At a news conference, her lawyer says they're still trying to figure out how this happened and pointed to what he calls a lack of regulation.
Until IVF clinics are subject to real regulations, reporting requirements, and mandatory certification programs for lab staff, these types of errors will continue to occur.
It was an error that
Crazy. How much? Hey, RJ,
is it an IVF?
much?
Is it an IVF mix-up?
Yeah, it's an IVF mix-up. How much? How much for the damages, RJ? How much for the mental damages? Is this a 50 million, 20 million lawsuit in the making right here? 25? The anguish. You've been working all that time towards getting a baby, and all of a sudden your baby gets taken away because he had to go to their rightful owners. Oh,
it's crazy.
Well,
but just
mom
want to
and
be
dad.
clear, they're sure that it's a mix-up.
They are sure, because she had a white daddy as the sperm donor.
No.
No, it's not. She wasn't inseminated. That's what you're naturally inseminated by a man. No, I don't think so. The kid. Let me show you the picture.
No,
The
I'm
kid
just
doesn't
asking
even look
before you
mixed.
show it. I'm just asking.
Look
How
at this.
sure
Look at the
can you
feet.
be?
Ain't no light. I don't see any lighter. It's a full blood.
KaiR, don't want you to understand me incorrectly.
Oh, maybe I'm understanding you incorrect. What do you want to say?
My question is this. I'm not accusing her of anything but my question is this. How are they sure that it's not naturally? How are they sure? How are they sure?
By the way, did a DNA test. She had nothing in common with the kid.
Okay, so she's not the. It's
No,
like
she's not the mom.
everything is
Not
from
a
someone
biological
else.
mom.
Okay.
She's
It's
like
not
a
like the kid
surrogate.
doesn't have anything of hers, any biological.
No
Okay.
DNA. Sorry,
That
my
was my
bad.
question.
I was. Yeah,
That
I
was my
didn't. I didn't get totally what you want to say, but yeah, they did the
Okay.
DNA test. It was fully. She was basically a surrogate, which is
Yeah,
quite
that's
crazy.
crazy, KR. And then you're so
And
happy
for
that
the amount of money, don't forget, Ajay, we've talked about IVF in the past. You didn't know that it cost about 15,000.
Yeah, and the amount of money, and then you get it, you're so happy, and then you have to give it away. It's crazy.
25 million. She's
Yeah.
just became a millionaire.
Yeah, but I think
the
I
problem
think she
is,
wants
of course,
a kid.
she wants a kid. That's the thing. That's the problem now, because maybe she's blown her chance to become a mother. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Let's
crazy.
see how this.
Yeah,
Or
that's
maybe
crazy.
she have enough money now to hire a surrogate because I mean she still has. I would guess they still have her cells waiting for it. So
Yeah,
but
but it's
it's
still
crazy, man.
a new. It's every time you do it, it's like a challenge, right?
It's a challenge.
The
But
one good thing is that she had a kid already, so now it wouldn't be her
it makes
first
it
one.
easier.
So
Yeah. Crazy, man. Crazy. Guys, let us know in the comments what you think. How much should she sue for? 25, 50 million? Who knows, man? Let us know in the comments. Next up. Man increases the M rate by 9% by himself. You always hear these rappers talking about increase the M rate. Man, this man did it in his real life. Fair use. Let me see how I'm gonna mute this sucker, because this is crazy.
Continuing coverage tonight, it's been 19 months since 2 Birmingham firefighters were shot at Fire Station 9 in Norwood.
Interim Birmingham Police Chief Michael Pickett announced today the arrest of 22-year-old Damian McDaniel in that shooting. McDaniel's been charged with capital murder, death of Jordan Melton, and attempted murder, shooting of Jamal Jones. McDaniel has already been charged in 2 things, and now police say he's charged in a homicides, the death of Mia in January of 2024, and the murder of a UPS worker, Anthony Love Jr., on April 9th.
Now, new tonight, we are learning more about the legal road ahead for Damian McDaniel. CBS 42's Scott Minshaw joins us now live. You spoke with both defense and the prosecution in McDaniel's case today. Scott, what's next for this case?
Well, Carly, the next thing will be the arraignments for those 3 new murder charges announced today. That brings the total up to 14 murders Daniel is accused of. His attorney tells me that he plans to plead not guilty to all of them. John Robbins is lead counsel for accused mass shooter Damian Daniel.
Everybody is entitled to a fair trial and a vigorous defense.
McDaniel is accused of murdering 14 people and committing 2 mass shootings in Birmingham, which is why District Attorney Danny KaiR is pursuing the death penalty. Are you seeking the death penalty in this case?
Yes.
During Tuesday's City Council meeting, Birmingham City Councilor Hunter Williams commented on the new charges.
To me, you are a terrorist, and I hope that wherever court this goes, that they seek the death penalty.
Robbins says there has been no evidence presented to support the charge against his client, but KaiR says that evidence is coming.
We technically hadn't had a trial yet, so we'll see when the trial comes.
We will do our own independent investigation, but we will review and see what the state police they have, and we will build our defense that way.
KaiR says the timeline of when these cases could go to trial is still unclear.
Most of these cases will probably be tried separate, but at the end of the day, a lot of that will go to the strategy of what the rules of evidence will allow, what the rules of criminal procedure will allow as it relates to which case get tried first. Are they tried together? Are they all relevant? Are they not relevant? Those are matters that we'll decide in court at some point later on.
Well, the community, the people of Birmingham, the people of this state, the people of our country, okay, needs to take a step back and let the judicial system handle this in court.
Yeah, Carly Sherry, like I said earlier, the next step here is for McDaniel to appear in court for the arraignments for those 3 new murder charges announced today. Reporting in Birmingham.
Damien. You know the movie Damien, right? You know
I
who's
do.
Damien? That's the son of who, RJ?
The son of the devil.
Damien, 22-year-old Damien McDaniel, charged with
His
14
name is
deletions.
actually Damien as well. That's crazy.
Damien McDaniel, 14 deletions in 14 months, allegedly responsible for 8.6% of violent passings in Birmingham last year. Almost 9% by himself. He allegedly deleted a firefighter, a UPS worker, a woman at a club, and was involved with 2 mass poppings in the city in 2024. Crazy. Put him under the jail if he's convicted.
Yes, and I think, if there are so many people, the question is, will he be convicted for all of them? That's one thing, right?
What he needs
Will he be
to?
Yeah, he just needs a couple, yeah.
14. Come on, man. What are we doing? This
Just-
guy, we've talked about psychopaths offline. This is clearly a psychopath. 14 and 14 months? You must be out of your mind.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. And, I remember there was another one that was another video last week shown that where a minor was convicted, or at least was being charged as an adult. Dude started crying, yelling out "mama." Remember
I saw
that?
that one as well. Yeah, I saw that one.
Hey, you actions and consequences. If you want to act tough, that's good. You unalive 14 people, but there are consequences. It is what it is.
He's actually he classifies, because he deleted 14 people. I think the classification of a serial deleter is 3 or more deletions at different places, at 3 different places. So he's by definition, he's a serial deleter.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, there are consequences. So I'm saying, man, there are consequences.
And no one, I don't know these cases. People know this guy is off, right? Someone is noticing the guy is off. Someone should be noticing. People like this should actually. Sometimes it reminds me of this video right here, RJ. This video right here.
But I'm telling you, as a psychologist, I'm not going to be able to psychologize all of them on the corner. Some of them going to sleep for God. But I'm telling you, as a psychologist, I'm not going to be able to psychologize all of them on the corner. Some of them going to sleep for God. But I'm telling you, as a I'm not psychologized from a corner. Some of them going to sleep.
For good.
But I'm telling you,
hey man, some of them start snitching, man, because a lot of people might have lost their life because people were out here weren't snitching on the serial the leader you have in your street. You clearly see this guy's in his face. The man ain't all right, man. Crazy.
Some people are like, when you look at them, they're like soulless, you know?
You can, this is exactly what you're saying. Do you see anything behind those eyes? Any
Soulless,
regret? Any regret? He's 14. Psychopaths, man. Psychopaths. People don't understand. This is something that needs to, I mean, people live in bubbles, right? And I think more people should know about psychopaths and understand how they work. 14 in 14 months. You are out of your rocker. And it seems like, I don't know, Ajay, maybe it's just a feeling I have, but it seems like this is becoming more frequent lately in the urban areas.
Hey,
because back in the days, let's be honest, back in the days it was a different demographic that was putting up numbers like it's let's say basketball numbers. Seems like it's now
they were
let's
hitting
say the demographic: white males, married, or sometimes not
family,
married, with
love,
family, sometimes
love pizza.
yes, with a van. Now it's totally different. What's the shift? What is this? I don't know. Guys, let us know in the comments what you think. I think it's a very interesting development because it seems like it seems like there is a accumulation of deletions within a certain age group and regions, a higher rate. Is it the music? Is it the culture? Is it the everything together? Is it not being accountable, making kids accountable for who they are? Parents that procreate and spawn demon seeds.
Yeah.
Are they procreating with demons, which create upper demons, bigger demons?
Yeah.
The Pookie. Demigods, yo.
Hey, Pokemon, gotta catch
Pookie.
them all.
Yo, are these people procreating with bigger demons? His dad may have been a demon himself, and then they just spawn with the bigger demon.
Yeah.
Or are these kids going crazy because they have all these different souls in them? Some people say the souls come from different white particles in a certain area. Is this the problem? Ajay, you're laughing. I know to bring it up in a funny way, but is this the truth? I don't know. Let us know in the comments, guys. Or this just, I mean, I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy to think someone is deleting people out here like this on this rate. Throw them under the jail. Protect the community, man. These guys need to get locked up. Start snitching people.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to snitch to create a community. That's the thing. A lot of times people forget about communities. Communities protect what is a treasure to them. They don't protect the trash. They throw the trash away. That's what you want to do in a community. Remove the trash from the rotten apples have to get thrown away from the good apples. Otherwise, it will destroy the good apples.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Agree.
Guys, let us know in the comments what you think. And then we're going to finalize what?
White particles is crazy, though.
Hey, It just comes up while I'm talking. I don't even prepare this kind of stuff before. Or maybe I do. Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows?
Detroit flooded and then froze.
Yo,
RJ,
Detroit is
your
number
favorite
6.
city.
Detroit is number
favorite city.
6.
Again?
The Pistons are sitting at 6 right now. They're calling him the greatest coach of the year. The coach.
Who?
The coach.
Who?
Pistons coach.
Who?
I wouldn't know. I'm not watching Pistons games, but obviously, I need to know first if this is a fluke or
I'm
not.
setting you up because otherwise you would have said his name right away. I know
They
you were
have-
trying to dance around it like salsa.
But I need to know first if this is a fluke or not. But hey, from what they were doing last year, they're doing a very great job. Might be in Toronto. Oh, but when I'm in Toronto, there are no NBA games. Because Toronto is just like a couple of hours drive to Detroit. If
That's not
I'm
that
in
far.
if I'm in Toronto this year, that's like a big if.
Watch your back because we made a couple of Drake videos. The Drake goose might run up, RJ.
Yeah, maybe we'll see.
Anyway, make sure you have these days you can order a bodyguard. Did you know that? Order
Yeah.
your bodyguard, walk around it, guys. What's the name of that app? You can sponsor us. Send your bid to the email you think we have, or to the Instagram. Request that email. But let's take a look. Detroit, the D, also known as Detroit. You wake up like this. Half of the street flooded. Is this where you want to live, RJ?
Hey man, if this is what I have to deal with, I'll deal with it.
Crazy.
And that's the house is okay because it's built like the ground is a bit higher, I think, because the cars all seem okay. They're not. So the cars on the
On the street, don't.
on the property on the street, no.
Oh man, that's crazy, man. Get flooded and then frozen.
Yeah.
Wild. Guys, let us know in the comments what you think. Would you move to Detroit? Or do you have to buy a vest to be able to move to Detroit? Or do you want to buy the property for $1? That's the only way you would move to Detroit. Let us know in the comments what you think about Detroit and the Pistons, of course. Do you think they should hire RJ as the legal representative of the Pistons? Do you think they should hire him as the coach of the Pistons? Or do you think he's just a bandwagon fan?
Listen, if I'm a bandwagon, I haven't switched teams since the 2004 Pistons. I've always been a Pistons fan.
He's a success wagon then.
My second team, let's see, the team that I root for would be the Celtics because let's say my family, there are a lot of Celtics fans. So of course, if there's a playoff games, I usually root for the Celtics. And the Spurs are always good. I like their it's not good. They're not that good now, but I always like their philosophy. I like Coach Greg Popovich.
Guys, RJ is the proof that you shouldn't be a contrarian in life. Just
Pistons
because
has always been the Pistons has always been my team. And if the Pistons right now have to play the Celtics or the Spurs, I would root for the Pistons. So unfortunately, it has been like almost 20 years, KR. It's more than 20 years since we won the playoffs and at the finals, and we've been sucking for like almost 20 years after that. Yeah. So, but I'm still a Pistons fan.
One
Let's see if
thing-
you
one
will
thing-
stay. Let's see. Let me say, I bet you. I bet you. Look at you. Your coach went. The Pats coach went. Bill went, and now you're switching teams, man.
I
And the
didn't
coach
switch
you-
yet. I
and the team-
didn't switch yet. I
and
was
the
thinking
team-
about it
and the
because I
team-
believe in the philosophy.
And the team you switched to, the coach you switched to, he's not even there anymore. So
who? He's still there. What
no,
are you
the
talking
Steelers
about?
coach is not there anymore.
Did they fire him?
Yeah, they sacked him.
Nah, you're right. You're lying. I've been sleeping. Oh shoot! Oh shoot! They fired him.
Told you. You're too busy watching cartel videos, man.
No. Oh no! Wait a second. Did they fire him? I don't see it. Wait a second. Wait a second. What a way to find to close out this show. Nah, they didn't fire him. They didn't fire him. Let me see. Hey, they didn't fire him. They've been talking
They
about
changed
firing
it
him.
afterwards.
They-
But
they-
you was
they've been
fired-
talking.
They changed it afterwards. But
I don't
for a
see. I don't
week,
see anything.
I'll send you some videos.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, he's still there, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll send
You
you
made
the
a
video.
point. You made a point, but the point went so wide.
It's
that
still
it
the
missed.
point.
It missed the
You-
goal. It missed the
You
goal.
won't- I bet you that you won't stay a Pats fan as long as I did. Now that says something about your mental
Who
health.
said
that it's
I was
better
a
than
Pats
mine.
fan? You said it yourself. I was fan of Bill Belichick.
No,
he
you're a
happened.
Patriots fan
he
because
happened to
you have Patriots gear.
Is there Bill Belichick merch out there? No, there is not.
Then you
And
shouldn't
by the
have
way,
any
he's coming
Patriots.
out with a Jordan. He's coming out with Jordan sneakers. I heard. I might get. I might get some Bill Belichick Jordans, the BBs, Big Baller brand. Anyway, guys, let us know in the comments what you think. And of course, do you think that the baby mama, the black baby white mama situation, should she get compensated? How much should she get compensated? More than 25 million? Let us know in the comments what you think. The man who increased the rate by 9%, the deletion rate by 9%, should they throw him under the jail? Or just find the tallest branch? And you know what they'll do after that. Or would you move to Detroit if you had an offer to buying a house for $1? Let us know in the comments what you think. RJ, take it away.
Hey man, don't talk like that about the D, man. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sticking with us. Whatever your thoughts are, please let it be known in the comment section below. Remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our other socials, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification icon as well. It's been a pleasure, and we'll see each other in the next one. Until next time, peace.
Peace.